morning students. Today we are going to study the poem My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. It is the first poem of our flamingo. It is a simple small poem with deep meaning. Okay. First I would like to tell you something about Kamala Das. She is an Indian poetess from Kerala and she is very famous, and her writing style is also very sensual and simple. First, I will read the poem once for you so that you may enjoy it. The poem starts, driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, dozed, open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport's security check, standing at few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale face, as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, see you, Amma. All I did was smile and smile and smile. So as we can see, this poem is a long sentence without any full stop anywhere, and the poem is based on mother's-daughter relationship. All of us as children have fear of losing our parents one day. Especially the daughters have this pain for their mothers. In this poem, the poet also has expressed this feeling of fear. Now I will like to explain you the poem, and I will read the poem in some parts. So here goes the first part. First I will read it and then I will explain it to you. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, dozed, open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. When the poet is on her way to the Cochin airport with her old mother sitting beside her, she looks at her mother's face closely and presents before us her image. She compares her with a corpse. As she looks at her mother's pale and pallid face, she is struck with horror and pain of losing her. The mother with the dozing face and open mouth has been compared to a corpse. Corpse means a dead body. Here the poet shows her love and affection for her mother. She is full of pain and she realizes that her mother is growing old and one day she may die. Now the poet is full of feeling of pain and she wants to get distracted from this feeling. So she looks outside the window to distract herself from this negativity. What she finds outside? She finds life full of vibrance, and she sees the trees moving in the opposite direction. Now actually the trees are not moving, but all of us know that when we are sitting in a moving car, the things outside look like moving in the opposite direction. And in this poem, the trees are also moving in the opposite direction. They seem like running in the opposite direction. And what next the poetess sees is the children spilling out of their homes. Spilling out means to come out fast from the home, and children are spilling. Now children are also full of energy. They are going to school, so the children are spilling out of the home. So now I will resume the poem. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her wan, pale face as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. Now in this part of the poem, we come to know that the poet is now at the airport to take a flight. So the atmosphere is of departure and separation, which creates melancholy. As she bids goodbye to her mother, the image of the old worn out mother strikes her again. The poet is comparing the face of her mother with the late winter's moon. Now what happens in the winter? The cloud is full of mist and moon is not very clear due to the fog and the mist in the sky. So the moon is not very shiny or bright. Similarly, the mother's face is also pale like the late winter's moon, and it has lost its radiance. The poet is feeling the pain of separation, leaving her mother and going, and also her childhood fear of losing her mother, which she feels that it was there early in the childhood. She used to feel it in the childhood, has now again come back, and she is, captured by that fear. She is so pained that it is natural for her to cry, but keeping a brave front, she hides her tears and smiles. The poetess bids farewell to her mother, keeping her hope of seeing her again alive, and she says, "See you soon, Amma." And then, to hide her sorrow, she keeps on smiling. The poetess has written, and all I did was smile and smile and smile. So here the repetition of the word smile is creating the expression that the poet just covered up everything with a smile, and she did not want her mother to know her true feelings. She just wanted to hide those feelings. So here is how a daughter feels when she looks at her mother who is growing old. And the daughters are very, attached to their mother. They have this feeling that they will lose their mother anytime. And however, they hide those feelings in their heart and they keep on smiling. And she says, "See you soon, Amma." There are some difficult words in the poem. First word is doze, D-O-Z-D, and we found it in the poem. I saw my mother beside me, doze, open-mouthed. Doze means to fall asleep. Second word was corpse, C-O-R-P-S-C, corpse, which means a dead body, and ashen, A-S-H-E-N. Ashen means very pale like ash. I saw my mother beside me, doze, open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away. Another new word which has come in this poem is the word sprinting. Sprinting here means running. Spilling. Spilling here means to move out in great numbers. Then comes the next word, ache, A-C-H-E, ache, which means pain. Now let's do the figure of speech or the poetic devices that have been used in this poem. Basically, 3 poetic devices have been used. One is simile, another is repetition or alliteration, which is repetition of a sound or a word. And the third one is personification. I'll start from the third one, personification. Personification has been used when the poet says, I saw the trees sprinting. Now all of us know that trees are immovable objects. However, the poet has animated them and given them a trait of a person, a character of a person who is moving or running in the opposite direction. So one poetic device which is being used here is that of personification. Another one was repetition, which has been used in the last line of the poem. All I did was smile and smile and smile, to stress what the poetess is doing to hide her true feelings. And also the word looked has been repeated in the poem. When she says, I saw my mother beside me, those open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out. The poetess looked out to distract her. The word looked has been repeated. Now let's come to the third poetic device, which is simile. Simile means comparing two things. The color of mother's face has been compared to that of a corpse. Her face ashen like that of a corpse, and mother's face is compared to that of late winter's moon, as a late winter's moon. So both the face and both the moon are dull, and here this is example of simile in the poem. The general tone of the poem is sad and full of melancholy and pain. Now let's come to the difficult question and answers. Most important questions that come is, what is the kind of pain and ache that the poet feels? The poet looks at her mother's face closely and discovers that her mother is getting older and her end is near. The type of pain she is feeling is the fear of getting separated from her mother forever. Next important question is, why are the young trees described as sprinting? The trees have been personified. When looked at from the poet's moving car, they seem to be running past, and they have been contrasted with the poem, with the mother of the poet, who is sitting still as a dead body. Why has the poet brought in the image of merry children spilling out of their homes? The poet draws a comparison between what is traveling with her and what she can see outside. It's a comparison between life and death. Her mother is sleeping with mouth open like a dead body, while outside she can see children who are full of life, energy and enthusiasm. Why has the mother been compared to late winter's moon? Just as the late winter's moon is dull and lacks luster, so is her mother at the end stage of her life. Also, the late winter moon gets overshadowed by the fog and mist in the sky. Similarly, her mother gets overshadowed by death any time. Both of them are nearing an end of one season and the other of life. What do the parting words of the poet and her smile signify? This is also a very important question, children. The parting words of the poet show her positive attitude. She overcomes her pain and fear, assures herself and her mother that they would meet again. She is being very brave, which is indicated by the use of repetition in the poem. Smile and smile and smile.